Hey guys, Sam and Evan here for the final time of the 2015 season. It was a season filled with slight ups and very low lows, but in the final game of the year, Auburn put it all together for one final game and knocked off Memphis 31-10, and it was easily the most complete performance we saw out of Auburn this entire year. They came in having to face Paxton Lynch, Memphis's quarterback, who is widely regarded as probably a top 10 draft choice in the draft next April. They shut him down, honestly. He didn't do anything. Memphis's offense managed 3 points the entire game. The only touchdown they scored was off a pick six on a fourth down play where Sean White just kind of threw it up. But yeah, honestly, I don't think we've seen Auburn play this good in a while.
No, definitely not. You know, the offense finally got things rolling, over 400 yards of total offense, and I really thought the defining moment for them was when Jeremy Johnson entered the game. Sean White the quarterback was a game time decision. It ended up being Sean White. And as you said, he had the pick six. He had another interception. Just didn't look very comfortable at all. And then Jeremy comes in the third quarter, scores a touchdown on one of his first plays of the game.
I think it was his first one.
Yeah, maybe so. And you know, the offense finally got things rolling. Then defensively, we heard Coach Malzahn say after the game that he thought it was the most complete defensive performance since he's been here. You know, it hasn't been a very good defense consistently, but they have had some good performances, so that's saying something, I think, to say that it was their best. And then on special teams, you got a few good returns from Marcus Davis in the punt return game, and Daniel Carlson was pretty steady as well, as usual.
Yeah, Memphis interim coach Daryl Dickey said after the game that Auburn defended them as well as anybody had in the past 2 years. This is an offense that has done really, really well. They've hung 50 points multiple times over the past 2 seasons, and they got only, I think, just over 200 total yards in this game. It's something that everyone expected out of the Auburn defense when Will Muschamp was hired last December to reinvigorate the defense, but then of course he left earlier this month and they were left kind of in flux. Coaches are leaving. Travaris Robinson followed Muschamp to South Carolina. They weren't really sure who's going to be what. But then they come in here and shut down one of the greatest quarterback prospects in the nation right now. I think it says a lot about that going forward. I think that they still know they can build on what they have. They've got a really young secondary who's going to be really good. Carlton Davis, like Coach Malzahn said, has already evolved to one of the top shutdown corners in the league. And I think they've got plenty of tools to contend going forward, especially with the hiring of their new defensive coordinator.
Yeah, we heard about that after the game. There were reports throughout the game from various news outlets, both in Baton Rouge and here on the Auburn beat. But Coach Malzahn confirmed after the game that Kevin Steele, who was LSU's defensive coordinator this year, is leaving LSU to become the defensive coordinator at Auburn.
Yeah, I just wanted to confirm Kevin Steele will be our next defensive coordinator. We're extremely excited to have a guy with his experience.
The way Coach Steele's contract is structured, from what I understand, he had a 1 year left on his deal at LSU worth $1 million. And his buyout was half of that, and he's going to split that with Auburn, from what I understand. So, you know, you look at Auburn being on the hook for $250,000, and then the reported deal, though it hasn't been confirmed, any details of the contract yet, is 3 years, $4 million. So, you know, you look at how that's different from Will Muschamp's contract a year ago as far as structure and how much security you would think you would have with Kevin Steele going forward as opposed to Muschamp this past year. Plus, Kevin Steele is 57 years old, so you don't really see him, you know, wanting to bolt for another job very quickly, even though I know that's kind of ironic considering he just did. But you get a little comfort with that, knowing that he's probably not going to be a prime candidate for head coaching positions in the future.
Yeah. Overall, a solid day for Auburn, a great way to end the season on a high note. Capped it off with a winning record. They finished at 7-6, and they get to sit back and enjoy the New Year's now. We won't have anything football related really next semester, but we will have a This Week in Sports probably every week for you guys with other sports that aren't football. And that's really it for the season. It's been a good one talking to you guys, and I guess we might see you next year.
Yeah.
And if not, we'll talk to you in the spring. See ya.